And welcome to Open Line Friday. Rush Limbaugh doing what I was born to do into our 28th busy broadcast year. By the way, in the next hour, the drive-by media is just beside itself. The figures on which candidates have received the most amount of money in donations is out. And the drive-by media is livid at Trump over this. And it's the entirely wrong take. They are missing everything important about these numbers. Who's donating to who and how much money. And the Republicans especially are missing the point here. I'll be pointing this out in the monologue segment the next hour. But in the meantime, always try to get a phone call in or two in the first hour. Open Line Friday. And so Mary Jo in Grand Rapids, it's great to have you with us. Hello.
Hi, Rush. Thanks for taking my call.
You bet.
I'm calling about the presidential Democratic candidates and Democrat candidates, and they are constantly speaking about a life of equality and diversity. But ultimately, they are living a life of elitism. As I watched those 5 candidates up on the stage, all over 60, white, one female, and I compared that to the Republican candidates who are numerous candidates under 60, Indian, Cuban, an Italian female. It's the difference is staggering. And if people would just stop and think. But the problem is that those who follow the Democrats are exactly that. They're followers. They're told not to question.
Well, they react to what they hear. They react to the Democrats preach a good game of diversity and fairness and equality and all that, and the people eat it up like they mean it. And they also believe it when they are told the Republicans are racist, sexist, bigot, homophobe. Yet, as you say, when you look at the Republican debate field, you see practically an element of every possibility on this in this country, ethnically. You're right. You have Cuban and Canadian ethnicity. You have African American, you have white rich, you have white poor, you have white middle class, you have African American middle class. It covers the gamut. There's all kinds of diversity. And yet the reality of what people see is overshadowed by years and years and years of the Democrats and the media accusing the Republicans of not being diverse and hating everybody who isn't white. Yet when you look at the Democrats, all you see is white. All you see is aged, seasoned citizens in most cases. You don't see any minorities, ethnic or otherwise. And you can't say Hillary's a minority because women, she's not, there's no way she can be tagged as a minority. She had 5 people up there, 4 men, 1 woman, all white, all over 60. Not exactly diverse. But you want to hear the pièce de résistance on this? I am not making this up. The Washington Post watched the same debate you and I did. They saw Bernie Sanders, aged white guy. They saw Lincoln Chafee, dumb, close to aging white guy. They saw Hillary Clinton, aging, obviously, white woman. They saw Jim Webb, and in Jim Webb, you kind of say, what's he doing here? But still you saw a upper middle class, almost aging white guy. And then Bernie Sanders, an obvious seasoned citizen and bitter and angry white guy. The Washington Post saw all of that too, and it didn't register. The Washington Post wrote a story going after CNN for not having diversity in the moderators. No, I'm not making this up. Washington Post went after CNN in an article on Wednesday titled, "Where Were CNN's Black and Latino Moderators All Night?" The Washington Post accused CNN of talking a big game about equality and inclusion, but broadcasting just the opposite. So when the Washington Post saw the same debate you and I did, they missed the fact that every Democrat was old and white. And instead they focused on CNN, and they saw Dana Bash, and they saw Anderson Cooper. Hell, CNN had more diversity than the Democrat candidates had. They had a woman. They had a gay, homosexual. Besides Anderson, there was Anderson Cooper and Dana Bash. And who did they have? Somebody else that was moderating, or was just those two? Seems there were three people asked. Oh, there was an Hispanic guy. There was an Hispanic guy asking Hispanic-related questions. Oh yeah, Don Lemon, a black guy. He got in. Well, he got to read a question off Twitter or Facebook or something. At least he got some FaceTime. It's exactly right. So the Washington Post, Don Lemon, black guy, Anderson Cooper and Dana Bash, white, and an Hispanic guy and a homosexual in that group. And they accuse CNN of not being diverse, and they miss entirely the Democrats on the stage. You've got to be trying to get that story. How do you... it's ridiculous. But they go after CNN and give every Democrat on that stage a pass. Mary Jo, I appreciate the call.